CrossFitters, you know how you sometimes want a really comforting dessert like pie, but at the same time you don't want to throw all of your hard work and your clean eating down the toilet? I'm ErinTheBeast, founder of ErinTheBeast.com and creator of the Beast Mode Method, a custom-built program for hardcore CrossFitters who want to dominate at the box. Today I'm going to show you a very simple, very quick recipe that you can make at home that is going to squash any craving that you have been having for those home-baked goodies. And today we're going to be making my apple sauté. Now, you can use apples, you can use pears, peaches, berries, whatever you want. Today we're using apples because I really like apple pie. So basically what you want to do is you're going to slice up all your apples, and I'm using 2 apples, but if you wanted to make like a large serving of this or serving for multiple people, you can use 3, 4, you know, however many apples you want. I have my food processor here, and I have the blade that slices on here, so we'll get nice thin slices like you would find in an apple pie. If you don't have a food processor, you can slice them thinly by hand. It's just going to take you a little bit longer. And we're going to put the top on the food processor here. I'll actually move this out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to throw in our slices of apple. Let's slice this up real quick. And I'm using Braeburn apples. You can use Honeycrisp, Scala apples, whatever you want. Okay, so now that we have them all sliced up, what we're going to do is we're going to throw all of these sliced apples into our saute pan or frying pan here. And so it just comes out looking like that, where it's really nice and they're sliced very thinly, which is awesome. So we're going to empty all of these out into our saute pan. And apples are fabulous for the digestive system, especially for your gallbladder and your liver. They contain something called malic acid, which if you have any gallbladder congestion, you have a hard time digesting fats, you get bloated really easily, stuff like that, it's going to help to move that through, help with constipation, all of that stuff. So apples are fabulous for that. So then I'm going to take a little bit of raw honey, which I got this from the bulk section at the co-op, so that's why it's in a little container like this. I'm going to take about a tablespoon-ish, maybe a little bit more than that, and just drizzle it over the top. If you're using strawberries or any other kind of berry, you're going to want to add just a tiny bit of lemon juice just to take that tartness, that bite out of the berries and make them more sweet. But with apples, pears, any other fruit, you really don't need to do that. And then we're going to take about the same amount of coconut oil as we did honey, because what makes our desserts so good is not only the sweetness, but also the fat in our desserts. And coconut oil is a fabulous oil because it's going to help to balance out thyroid function. It kills off any kind of microorganisms, any kind of foreign invader, so it's great for the immune system. It calms down inflammation and balances out hormones. So if you're experiencing any kind of hormonal swing or anything like that, coconut oil is going to be great for you. Then I'm going to mix this in, just like so. And the honey is going to make sure that we're not spiking that blood sugar too high. It's also high in like B vitamins and all of that good stuff. So there we go with that. And then I'm going to take some coconut milk. Now, this is 1/3 of a cup of coconut milk. So we're going to dump that in there. And I use canned organic coconut milk, full fat. You do not want a low-fat variety because they have to process it more to remove all the fat. Plus, fat is good for you. Don't be afraid of fat. It helps your hormones to function so that you can stay lean and you can get through your WODs and be healthy, have lots of energy. So low-fat, no-fat diets lead to crabby people. So try to stay away from that, and people with no energy. So pour that guy in there. And then the cinnamon, I don't really measure this. I just kind of sprinkle it across the top. Just give it a nice light dusting. Put a little bit more in there. If you wanted to add nutmeg, allspice, cloves, anything like that, you can definitely do that. I'm really, really into cinnamon, so I just use cinnamon. And cinnamon is great for balancing out insulin levels, blood sugar levels, fabulous for your pancreas. So this is a very healthy dessert. So you're just going to mix that all in there, and then basically what we're going to do is just throw it on the stove at medium heat. If you feel like you need to add a splash of water, you can. I usually don't because the apples are going to kind of cook in their own juices, and you'll see that there's some liquid that just naturally the juice comes out of the apples. So I find that you don't, as long as you're using the coconut milk, you don't really need to put any other liquid in there. So I cook it on the stovetop, saute it for, depends on how many apples you're using, medium heat, 10-ish minutes, maybe a little bit less than that. And then you're good to go. You can eat it warm, just like a warm apple pie. Or my favorite thing actually is to put it in the fridge and let it get really cold and then eat it the next day. And it's had time to kind of simmer in its own juices, and it is the best thing in the world. If you're really wanting pie, you can make a crust with some pecans and walnuts and cinnamon and dates, and process that all in your food processor and then press that into a pie plate. You'll see the recipe right up here on your screen now, so you can jot that down real quick. Press that into a pie plate. After you're done sauteing your apples, throw that on top, and you have a really nice half-baked, if you will, apple pie. So right now what I need you to do is go to my website at ErinTheBeast.com and download your free gift, the Beast Mode Method Fundamentals, which is a 3-part video series that will help you to bring out your inner beast at the box. See you next time. Bye.